Lauren Boebert's had a rough couple of weeks, not only the allegations that have come out against her, that admittedly there has not been a lot of evidence for yet, so bear that in mind as we move forward. But also, she's got a primary coming up on Tuesday. And while there is every reason to believe that she is gonna do just fine, she's raised literally millions of dollars to ward off her far less well-funded Republican challengers, they do have a secret weapon against her, and that is that there are apparently a lot of people crossing over to, I would say, somewhat illegitimately influence that primary. We can disagree about that, but Democratic Party officials in Colorado have now reportedly counted at least 3,700 more unaffiliated voters in the GOP primary this year compared to just 2 years ago. And many of those voters are concentrated in a couple of different counties, which have for a long time been considered very blue areas you'd expect more Democrats. And the New York Times has talked to a lot of these unaffiliated voters, and here's what they have to say. Driven by fears of extremism and worries about what they see as an authoritarianism embodied in Ms. Boebert, thousands of Democrats in the sprawling 3rd Congressional District of Colorado have rushed to shore up her Republican challenger, State Senator Don Coram. Their aim is not to do what is best for Democrats, but to do what they think is best for democracy. And so this is happening in other states too. In fact, the Georgia Secretary of State race, they had 67,000 people who voted in the Democratic primary 2 years ago get involved this time. Well, now in advance of a primary that's coming up in just like 4 days, maybe that could be enough to swing it. Brett, what do you think?
No, but I like the spirit of it. I think that in this,
because I
understand that you don't. And I like that this white stripe between the two of us is not the only border between what we're willing to do. Between who John is and who Brett is. One of them is apparently nationalizing the oil industry, which is psychotic, rather than regulating.
We'll have a debate at some point.
That's insane. That's crazy. That is
nationalizing as a form of regulation.
That's just a key for the same people to run it with less punity.
Oh, I don't want less punity. Anyway, we'll get into that debate at some point. Let's talk about this now.
But here's the thing. For years and years, this is such the difference between me and John. Okay, for years and years, the Republicans have used loopholes or intentionally either crafted by other people or themselves to essentially get the outcome they want in an election. And it seems that we've identified the farther, the bridge is too far for them to go. And it's when Donald Trump says, I don't care. I don't even need the smallest shred of evidence. I'm going to overturn an election. But in this situation, this is not too dissimilar from what Republicans have done for a very long time, taken the letter of the law over the spirit of it. Like, the reason for the Electoral College is there were some impracticalities about trying to count all the votes in all the colonies and get it back in a timely manner. So they were just like, screw it, we're gonna do the Electoral College. And that's outdated. But in this situation, the letter of the law allows you to do this. Republicans have been using that to essentially shred at least 3 million votes every presidential election and ignore the will of the people. In this situation, I'm fine with people in this Colorado town who have, I hate to break it to you, not been disenfranchised completely due to gerrymandering. Doing so, using the letter of the law, not the spirit of it, to undermine someone who's trying to undo America systematically for money.
Yeah, and look, they're using the one vote that they have to influence who their representative is. Why does it have to be in their party? Why wouldn't they get to choose? So I think that there is a good case to be made. I'm uncomfortable with it, but I am growing much less uncomfortable with it the more that I think about it. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.